Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brianna and I'm a 3rd grade teacher in North Carolina. I am going to take my glasses off so that you don't see that awful glare, but these are my new frames from Zimpf, and I will have a code for y'all down below for a little discount. And if you notice, they're that neat like hexagon octagonal shape, geometric shape like my previous pairs. I got one other pair like this as well, which you'll see in more upcoming videos. I just love this shape for my face. So if you're interested, I will leave that link down below. They're super solid, like they're not flimsy. Love those glasses. I think I have like blue light, anti-glare, my prescription, everything in them. So that's awesome. Definitely check them out. But today I wanted to fill y'all in on my first classroom setup. I did film in the classroom, which I'll show y'all. However, I did it very different this year than I've done in the past. I did not talk at all while I was in the room, so I'm kind of going to watch the clips while I'm talking to y'all and walk you through the things I did. Day one, I pretty much just got my layout together. I started going through my library a little bit. It's been a few years since I have updated like stickers and labeling and everything, and I've gotten several new books. So that is something that I'm trying to keep organized. Now I know I don't have to do it all right away, especially like with open house coming up on Thursday. Today is Sunday. I can put my books on the shelf and handle that eventually, you know. The rest of the room is more important. But anyway, let's just jump right into it. I have a completely new layout this year that I'm really excited for y'all to see. So if you're interested in seeing my classroom transformation of this new school year, my year 7, then keep on watching. Before I jump into the setup, I also wanted to remind y'all to make sure you're subscribed, make sure your notifications are turned on if that's still a thing. I don't really know. That way you don't miss when I post a video, because it is sporadic, but it's happening. So be ready for it. All right, here we go. So this is what my room looked like walking into it. Very bare, border is falling off the wall. Everything was shoved into this corner because of the way they do the floors. They do half the room and then they do the other half. So basically, I need to move all of this stuff today. I had an idea of putting my cubbies into this corner, so I started there first. And I can't have more than 19 students, I believe. So here I was just checking if one of the small cubbies can fit into that corner and not cover my board too much. That way it doesn't jut out where I put that second row. That way I can have more desks and more room to walk around there. Then I moved one of my big cabinets over there, which I'll show you all in a moment. But basically I was just trying to get things that I know I wanted to keep in the same place, like my mailboxes, out of the way, and then I needed to get to that other big cabinet over there. Of course, everything in my room is not built in, which makes it pretty difficult. So I kept pulling everything to get to my desk, to get to other tables that go around the room, and set out my rugs, get them flattened and vacuumed and ready to go. And I did something really cool with this one this year, which you'll see in just a moment. And I guess that's pretty much all I filmed, and this is what it ended up looking like, which I'm gonna pause for a moment. I'm so excited. I've decided to do groups of 3, and if you can see, just like by this view right here, I don't know, I feel like my room has so much more space. If I go back a little bit as well, I also put my desk, small group table in that front back corner this year, which I haven't been on that side of the room at all in this classroom. And then I put my 2 big cabinets on the wall right there. That way they're not jutting out, they're not in the middle of the room. I do not have all of my bookshelves behind my table like I normally do. I just feel like I always have too much back there. I don't know. To be determined with that one. Things could change because I have my other 2 bookshelves on the other wall. Notice that I put my library in the center of the back of the room, and I'm using my small blue carpet as the little library carpet. This is what has made my room so much bigger, because I never want students sitting that far back, and that space needs to be utilized. And I think having the library right there is just so perfect. Like I said, my tables are in groups of 3 right now, and I do only have 4 of those black table drawers, but I'm not going to buy another one. What I'm going to end up doing is, if you'll notice, the 2 middle groups don't have the drawers. I'm just going to have them share with the groups next to them. As you can see, my cubbies are on that back wall, which also opens up the room a lot because they're not closing the room in any way, you know, they're not jutting out in space that needs to be utilized. So I never wanted to put them over there because they do sit right in front of the window, but it doesn't actually block the light that's coming in. Since we have a new principal, we are getting an assistant in our room every day for guided reading. So I do need somewhere for her to put some of her things, and that behind my table is my other rectangular table. Then you'll see where my yoga ball stools are is where my rectangular table is. The only time I sit at that front desk is when I'm teaching, so no one's going to be sitting at the table behind me. Notice my carpet, the red squares are gone. Now, I did not cut them off. I simply just folded it under, and since I have the furniture on top, it's flattening it out really nicely, and you can't even tell that I've folded my carpet. However, this has maximized so much space in my classroom and given me the opportunity to put my desks so much closer to the board, which is the ultimate goal, because there are times when I'll have my kids come sit on the rug, but there are also times where I want to teach using my Promethean board, but I also want them to sit at their desks. So I definitely want them to be as close as possible. That trapezoid table is up front again. I really liked that, having that there this year. I actually need to move the ottoman under there because kids chose to sit there with it. They were smart. And then finally, see, here's the look at having the 4 desks in the middle. It didn't really change much. I do have that bookshelf. That's a metal bookshelf right at the front of my room. And I'm going to have my kids do lunch count on there. I might have them do it on the side because I think I might have to put my Chromebook cart right there because we are getting those back. And I'll need to turn that bookshelf around the other way so I can utilize it. I might have my students put their lunch boxes there. That's what one of my coworkers does. There are my cabinets. I definitely need to fix the one that the door does not close. We're not letting that stay this year. My desk area, the mirror is going to move, but obviously that wasn't my top priority right now. I put my rainbow cart over there. That's where all of my cardstock and just paper is. And then my file drawers, those are where I keep my student work and their files. So I definitely need that at my table. My library, as you can see, I left my room in disarray. I got through 5 bins, which is a lot. Those are completely sorted and organized, so I need to adjust the labels because as you can see on those blue bins, I don't have any labels at all. And then my cart is over there. I want to use that cart as a library return cart, and I'm going to have a librarian job. And I know that these bookshelves are covering a lot of my writing board, but I'm going to move those headings up And then my writing board, I could just use smaller anchor charts, you know? And then I have my student rainbow drawers right there and my 2 turn-in bins. I just place them there for now. I don't know, we'll see what I end up doing. And I put another bookshelf right there. And then there's like a little nook, but that's the ottoman that I'm going to put at that front table. So I just feel like my room is so open, and I feel like this is really utilizing the space well. So I'm really excited. So that's where I'm at. My time was cut short because it was the first day that I left Puppy all alone. Poor baby is teething, so he's been sleeping all day and whining a little bit. I feel so bad. I'm happy that he's been sleeping all day because that makes me more comfortable leaving him all day. He is crate trained, so he will be in his crate. I do have a puppy cam, but that's where I'm at. I will probably talk more in my classroom tomorrow about different things that I'm doing and choices I'm making, but I kind of went in with a mission and I tackled it. And I'm really proud of what I got done. I did like dust, Clorox, use Pledge on all the desks, all the bookshelves, so they're all clean and ready to be utilized. And I feel really good about where I'm at, especially since I don't have as much time as I usually do in my classroom. So that is that. I hope y'all enjoyed. Definitely make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're following me on Instagram so that you stay up to date on what I'm doing and everything. I hope y'all have the most amazing year. I just can't wait to get this year started. I feel really, really, really good about this school year. And just I'm excited to see where year 7 takes me. So if you want to come along for the ride and the journey with me, then, you know, like I said, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Thanks for watching.